All right, this is part 2. I'm going to just add some color. Hopefully it'll capture it. So I kind of like the red-yellow theme. And we kind of got to stick to that if we're going to like do what the badge is doing. So that's a lot of intense colors. So the artist is going to have to decide, like, do I want to do that? Okay, so is there a marker option? My goodness. I don't even know. Is this marker? Okay, so we would add some red, right? That does not look red. Over here. Okay, so obviously you'd go in and you kind of do every other, kind of going towards the middle. I feel like I want it to be smaller. And I don't feel like talking right now, but I'll try to at the same time. It's really important to have a clear, I don't feel like talking because I'm tired, sorry guys, but I'm going to talk. It's very important to have a clear boundary at the edge of your figure. So he's going to go in and he's going to darken this figure and put in more details. I'm not going to take the time tracing all of it, right? But obviously that should be a darker figure. Really darken the details right there. And we're going to go every other. We're going to go red, you know, coming out to kind of create that focal point. I'm trying to pay attention to the badge, right? So we got, the question is, like, is it okay to have, oh, this is about to die. Is it still filming? It's still filming. Sorry, hold please. I gotta plug in my plug-in. You guys are like, why would I follow this lady's YouTube channel? She doesn't even edit stuff. Well, I do. I edit some of my videos. I don't have time to edit everything. Crazy. Okay, so yeah, shade that in. And, you know, this is maybe feeling a little messy. You obviously would want to have red on the outside right here to go ahead and create, you know, unity and, like, balance. And you see he's got red right there. All right. Looking good. It looks like the outside of the badge is outlined in yellow, right? And you probably want to stick to the team colors. I was talking to him during office hours and he was like, wait, what do you mean? And it's so much easier to show. Okay, maybe I want, oops. I don't know what I'm doing. We want to erase that one part. Da, 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 da. And obviously add white out. Add white if you can. I kind of like the clouds that are happening behind this figure. If you could get a hold of some white out or something and create cool movement, that is cool. I don't know if you want to do that on top. So the thing to remember about the red stripes is they're in the background. Oh, but it looks like you got white stripes happening in the badge. So if you can find some white out, great. And then whiteout would help to make the soccer balls kind of come alive, right? But you want some sides gray. Now, if you don't have whiteout, try using white crayon. But then all of a sudden they look more like soccer balls, right? So there's coming from the top, coming from the top. Okay, cool. I feel like we're off to a good start. You have red stripes in the badge. I'm not going to get into detail with the badge right now. But though you would make those look more like soccer balls. And then it depends on what other colors you want to use. I think he said he wants to use blue. I think. Okay, I'm trying to remember. So if you want to incorporate blue, blue would go great on the outside of the soccer ball, just like the mood board. And you want to think of creative ways to move the blue around the board. Right? So have a lot of blue. And then all of a sudden you have balance and unity because you're starting to repeat things. If you want other soccer balls throughout the board, you could add more if you want. Have them get smaller and smaller and bigger and bigger. And you could just add a bunch of soccer balls. Okay, I would, if you want to stick with your blue, I would have some light blue. So maybe the figure, this guy, maybe this guy, we could color him all in light blue. Maybe just an idea. That color looks a little funny. But there's no wrong answer in art. So, and then this figure is kind of like overlapped. Now, if you're going to have this color here, you need to have it over here somewhere. So I would add a combination of darker, like different blue swirls kind of going around. And it looks like, don't judge this, guys. I am running on not much sleep. You may want to use like some other warm colors to create unity, even though you want to stick to red. You know, some accents like orange might be good to kind of create unity. And if you use blue, you may want to outline this figure in orange. Now, maybe you don't like that. Maybe you want to create unity and outline the figure in yellow. And it's kind of like the badge, right? It's starting to look like the badge and have unity. Maybe you want to add some lines going around. Maybe you want all of the soccer balls to be surrounded in yellow. Obviously, we have like those lighter yellow stripes going towards the middle to mimic the flag, right, in the background. And you can make them kind of like neater converging lines going from light to dark. You could have, again, like the soccer ball swirling around with the yellow. I guess this would be like a comment and would go that way and go choo, choo, choo. And you could add a lot of dashes. Don't judge, guys. I haven't drawn on this tablet in a while. You could add, obviously you would have those stripes continuing. And then in the background, you would still have the red. Oops, that is not red. So like the red coming out from the middle. So the stripes are the stripes of the badge, and they kind of go out the middle and they kind of come around and they unify. I just think repetition is such a good thing. So if the theme is soccer, you know, repeating the soccer balls throughout, circulating them, having them be real here. But I feel like when I look at this drawing originally, I feel like it needs to be like looser. You know, that's what I'm feeling. And I would start by using light blues. Like if you're hesitating about drawing these movements and these swirls, you know, maybe start with light blues. You could go in, you could just do a bunch of dashes, but that right there creates visual movement and helps the eye kind of move around the figure. You know, you could do a lot of short dashes around him. And then obviously the stripes, the stripes are like in the background. Okay, so that's like pretty quick, right? But you got to remember like, well, okay, well, what's in the front? You know, you got this figure and he's kind of in the front, and you don't need to do all the details. You already have one central figure. You can make it look cleaner, right? And make it look like he's kicking something. Where'd that figure go? Right there. You know, I don't know if you want to write a message here, you know, what you're trying to say. Always looks good if you give something an outline. Give it an outline. But maybe you want to write something here like, you know, believe in tomorrow. I don't know if you have a message. But I hope that helps. I hope you're not like, ew, pretend that's a soccer ball. I wish I could take forever working on it. It looks like a chocolate chip cookie. But the purpose of this video is to just help a student with kind of like the layout, because they were just kind of like stuck. Like, what do I do? How do I go from my mood board to a design? You know, my advice is to repeat things and to be free, you know, and to not worry about things. I would have a lot of, like I said earlier, I would like have a lot of dashes going around, and maybe go in with like that dark blue value at the end and kind of really outline. Remember to go light to dark, you know, when you're working things in. Have fun. I want to clean this up at the side. Have fun. Just getting rid of. Because when you cut it out, it's going to look different, right? Have fun. Enjoy your work. Put in clean, hard boundaries. Oops. Put in clean, hard boundaries at the end of things. Oops. You know, like really define the edges with your markers. Really define edges of the swirls. Use bright colors and you should be good. But yeah, I would use like different values. I love the idea of sticking to reds and yellows and sticking to the badge, but use different values. And then, oh, I forgot about the badge, right? And then you have the shape of the badge in the background, right? So you have that badge in the background. You would go ahead and you would put in those details. Right? But don't hesitate. I sense a lot of hesitation with like some of your drafts. You guys are worried. Well, you could have the badge, the edge of the badge, kind of cut him off if you want. Like have him inside of the badge. I could keep going. I really could. I guess the outline of the badge is like a yellow. Oops. I love drawing. Wish I could draw all day instead of entering grades. Yeah, and I don't know, maybe you leave him black and white or you just color him in color pencil. But the fact that that's your one area of detail will be good. And yeah, use a lot of, you can have a lot of swirls like Vincent van Gogh's Starry Night. But you know, this is messy, right? You may think it looks whack, some of you out there, but I'm not holding back. Don't hold back, don't care if your board looks whack. Just get your points. Yo, I'll be here all week. And we have the red and yellow stripes going towards the middle, creating a focal point. And those are my children. Okay, good luck.